Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We are live. Sorry, guys. Caught me with a little bad timing here. The mouthful of breakfast. This is the Network Marketing Insider number 225, and I just want to say welcome to all the. Am I on the right? Yes. I'm in the right place. Okay. Welcome to all of the network marketers out there who like to come here for insightful information, and like I always say, especially welcome to all of you thinking about wanting to become network marketers. For coming here to the right place to get some information about why you should seriously think about doing it, and secondarily why you should be educated upon network marketing before you jump into something, so that you can get into an organization where you're going to actually have success and achieve the things that you are looking to this avenue for. It all comes down to, the way that the business is structured and what you do with it and how you do it with there. So with that, I just want to say, ask you all a question. And did you know that after you take out all the time you spend sleeping and all the time you spend working and all the time you spend running around doing all those things you got to do every day, that at the end of the day, like most people, you probably have but 1, maybe 2 hours for yourself to do the things that you like to do. And even if you had more time, would you even have the money to do it? Well, we have a way for you to own your life by starting a home-based business that is so simple that anybody can do it. Doesn't involve any selling, and the best part is, doesn't take very much of your time. I'm Paul Romero. That's the 45-second presentation. I'm done working for the day. I just sold you. So, and I just want to say good day to my partner here, John, who is joining us here this morning from where, John?
Oh, from Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome to the Hangout, everybody. Thank you, Paul, for hosting these Hangouts and for having me on. And today is Freedom Friday on the show, as of those of you who follow us know, where it's an anything goes sort of a day. We talk about personal development, talk about network marketing, talk about current events. Sometimes we even get a little political, whatever we want to talk about. That's the awesome thing about Freedom Friday. And just to throw a little something in there, there's something that Don Falia, the author of the Own Your Life Plan book, always says, and that's when you're doing network marketing, you're doing a presentation or hosting a hangout or something similar to what Paul and I do, or if you're sitting down in a local Starbucks talking to a couple of prospects or a couple of potential members to plug into your downline, one of the things you tell people is, hey, this is as hard as we ever work. And Paul kind of threw that in there that, hey, I pitched you, you bought it, you're done, I'm done working for the day. But, that's kind of true, because this is honestly what we do in network marketing and quite frankly in our real estate business. And there's some days where it's stressful and it's hard work, but for the most part, it's a lot of hanging around, talking about things you're interested in, sharing ideas and masterminds with people, and presenting ideas and ways to make money that's kind of outside the normal get up, go to work, come home, plop the TV on, go to bed. This is a different kind of life. This is for people who want more, for, I guess you could say, for doing less. We don't have to work so hard. We're not in physical labor, digging ditches to earn a living. We're sharing ideas and concepts with people and offering value in that way. So with that, welcome to Hangout. It is Freedom Friday. I came here a little unprepared in the regards that I have no idea where this Hangout is going or what we're going to talk about, but that's the beauty of a Friday morning. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And how's it going with you this morning, Paul?
Excellent. I've been, I didn't get out of bed, but I've been awake since early today. So this illness thing that I've been battling for the last 3 weeks, I think is finally fading off. You just saw a little tickle of the cough still hanging around, but the whole sleeping, slumber, hibernation thing, I think, is finally coming to an end, and I can get back on track to a normal life of waking up at the hours that I like to wake up in the morning when everybody else is sleeping, and get more work done before everybody else wakes up. So very interesting. You touched upon something in there, John. You talked about coming home from work and eating dinner and going to sleep, and oh no, eating dinner and watching TV and going to sleep. And that really is what most people spend their 1 or 2 hours that they have for themselves doing these days. And that brings me to a question that I've thrown out there a number of times, but I'd like to get into it a little bit deeper today, because I've made mention in there, the 45-second presentation says, 1 to 2 hours to do the things that you like to do. And what I find is that, especially as people get older, they get more, get that rut dug deeper and deeper and deeper of going to work every day, coming home, running around doing the things they got to do, and then coming home and, just like you said, plopping in front of the TV, having some dinner, calling it a night. But most people, or a lot of people, like I said, as they get older, they don't even know what they like to do anymore. And I know that, John, you kind of struggled with this at one point. I remember we were talking about, our real estate business and making all this money and everything else. And somewhere or another, somehow the question came up of knowing why you wanted to make all this money, before you made the money, so that you had a purpose, basically, something to drive you. And you I remember you talking about starting to think about, well, I don't even know what I want to have all this money for. I don't even know what I want to do. I don't even know what I would do with all this money. I just know that I need to have it and get it and get there. And I guess I'll figure it out when I get there. It's like, what am I going to do? I don't know. Am I going to buy a motorcycle? Oh, do I want to, it's like all these different things that people, it goes to the side, because you get so caught up in your lives, just going there, and working all day long. The only thing you have to look forward to is your week ending. And you've got 2 days, very little money, and a family, if you have a family or whatnot, that wants to do all these things and everything else. And so you probably end up doing things that your family wants to do more than you end up doing things that you want to do. And think about that. What do you like to do anymore? I know when I was younger, I could tell you straight up. I used to love playing volleyball. I used to love body surfing and boogie boarding. I used to love riding my bicycle. The list goes on. I used to love backpacking and camping, and I could tell you all these things, and I was doing these things. That's what I spent my time. Those were the things where my free time went, that I enjoyed doing. Of course, traveling, whatever, so on. But as we get older, I noticed that the one answer that everybody has is traveling. Oh, I like to travel. Okay, well, that's an easy one. Everybody likes to travel, I think. But personally, what are the, when's the last time? I don't know if you ever were into sports or that sort of thing. Like I said, for me, when I went to college, I think I took classes in architecture, computers, and racquetball, volleyball, golf, all of those things. Kept my GPA up. But if that was the kind of person that you were at one time, when's the last time you went and played racquetball? Heck, wait a minute. Where's there even a racquetball court today? I think that game died. But when's the last time you went and played golf or tried to go play volleyball? I don't know. Maybe we're too old to play volleyball, whatever. But or went for a bike ride on your bike like you used to do, or something like that. All the things that you used to like to do. Do you even still like to do them anymore? When's the last time you did them, and do you even still like to do them anymore? What do you think about all that, John?
I think this is a very interesting topic for the day, because you get caught up so many people, and myself included. So I'm not saying this as if I'm some big guru who's figured out all the answers, and I'm out there doing exactly what I want to do every minute of every day. There's certain times where you're going to have to do what you have to do, whether you feel like it or not. in order to be successful. But what Paul's talking about here is taking the time after years of, working your job to get by and pay your bills, and you're caught up in the bills and the idea of paying them on time, and then the stress involved when something unexpected pops up, like, okay, I'm doing good, I got $1,000 in my savings account, this month, or if it takes you 2 months to save it up, and you're on time and everything, and all of a sudden a hose blows out on your car, or you overheat, or you blow the head gasket. Next thing you know, $1,200 is sucked out of your pocket, or an unexpected medical expense, or you have kids. You know what it's like. All of a sudden, everything's going good, and you hear a scream from the other room, and you run in there, and their mouth is pouring blood, and you're at the emergency room, and now you're paying a $5,000 deductible for your kid's concussion. Life happens, an unexpected thing happens, and we get caught up in all of these things and these different stressors and work. And for most people, I think it's being caught up working a job that they don't like. And if you're doing something on a daily basis that you don't like, you go through your day kind of in a fog, whether you realize it or not, haphazardly, not just, okay, I'm up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh, I got to get ready to go to that job I hate. And then all day long, you're thinking about getting home and when the day's going to be over. And it goes by like that in a blink of an eye. Next thing you know, you turn around, it's been 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years have gone by, and you realize, like, I spent 5 days a week getting out of bed, dreading where I have to go, spending my whole day thinking about getting home to go home and do nothing because I can't afford to do nothing, or I'm just spending the evening dreading getting up and going to work and doing it over the next day. And then when your week ending finally does come, then your whole weekend is spent dreading getting up for Monday morning, the Monday blues. Screw that. That's not the kind of life I want. And you sit down and you can reflect and you realize, like, holy crap, I don't even know what I enjoy anymore. I've gotten so used to getting through the day doing things that I don't enjoy and focusing on that, and I don't even know what it is that I like to do anymore. I wonder how many people, if you ask that question to and pose that idea to, would say, shit, I really don't know what I do. Because I had that, like Paul said, I had that conversation with Paul probably a year, 2 years ago, when we started really getting into this network marketing, and when our real estate business really started taking off and making some money. And it's like, man, I really am on the precipice of making a lot of money. What the hell do I actually want to do with all this money? I've kind of figured that out now, but if most people say, I want to be rich, I want to make money, that's great. But why? It's not just for the love of money. What do you want to do with that money? You got to think about those things, write down those goals, and not even goals, those dreams. Because if you don't know what your why is, I don't think you're going to be able to motivate yourself or inspire yourself. You've got to have a reason or why. Why do you want to do network marketing and have your time and have more time and have more money? What do you want to do with that time and money? If you don't start thinking about it, you'll just be sticking at that job every day that you hate, or just going through the motions to get by in life. And that's no way to live, in my opinion. So that's what I think about that.
And there's kind of two sides to that, because what you sort of touched on there was brought something to my thoughts, was there's the things that you personally for yourself like to do, like maybe you used to like freaking sticking those needles in the page and sticking those bugs on the page, on there, and having a bug collection or something like that. Or maybe you used to like setting up and running toy trains and things like that. Or maybe you used to like collecting stamps or baseball cards or something along those lines. Or whatever the case might be, like things for your personal freaking peace of mind, something that takes you to a place of total enjoyment, right? That just sets your sets your heart afire, makes you feel good, allows you to forget about all those stresses of life. It takes you away. Maybe it's just reading books. Maybe it's just freaking lounging in the chair and soaking up some sunshine for an hour. Whatever the case might be. Just all those things that, like I said, for yourself that you like to do. And then where John was going right there too, sort of like a second side to all this is, especially when you're thinking about, the part about wanting to make money, is what are all the things that you not only, would like to do for yourself, but what do you think you would like to do for others? What do you think you would want to do if you made a lot of money? What do you think that you would want to do? I mean, you're not going to just sit there and do all these things for yourself. You know what I mean? You are, to a certain extent. Hey, I want to have a nice car. I want to, go and do all these things, whatever, et cetera, and so on. For me, but there's a side to that too, where you also have to think about what it is that you want to do for others, and what do you think that you would actually like to do for others. Maybe volunteering some time with some sort of a charity, maybe traveling to another country and building a school. I'm just saying, we're talking, when you have the opportunity, because you need to have a big dream anyway. You want to have a big dream. You want to dream big to the biggest ultimate. This is what if my entire life was the perfect picture of everything that I could ever want, it would be all these things. So think big and think of all those things. And what is it that you would like to do? Would you like to launch some sort of campaign to save the whales, or would you like to open a pet rescue center for abandoned pets, or whatever the case is, something that where you're giving away. So that's something that you like to do as well too. Where are your interests now? What are the sort of things that really spark your passion, that get you excited, that either get you pissed off about something or make you feel really good about something? Because if something pisses you off, that's obviously kind of a little bit of a passion of yours. Because obviously whatever's pissing you off is going against something that's a passion of yours. So if you don't know what you're passionate about, well, look at what pisses you off. Because whatever's pissing you off, there's something over there that you really feel strongly about. Otherwise, it wouldn't be pissing you off. You wouldn't give a crap about it. So maybe find where that is. And there's a whole other side too, like I said, the things that you personally like to do for yourself, for your own peace of mind, for your own enjoyment, relaxation, whatever you want to call it. And then there's the whole other side of why, what would be the purpose of me having a whole lot of money? What else could I do to better this world, so to speak?
Absolutely. For me personally, just to throw in, because so you get an idea of who Paul and myself are. Me personally, when I thought about what do I want to do with my money, what do I want to do with my time, I realized it's what I could do for other people with my money, and spending my time helping, people in my family, donating time to local charities, or going to events and donating, whether it be for, homeless or like children who are abused, stuff like that. Like for me, what excites me most is thinking about what having more money and more time could give me the ability to do for others. That's actually more exciting to me. So what is it that gets you excited? If you're going to get into network marketing, what is it you hope to get? For some people, they want to build an empire. They want to build a downline, and they're aggressive, and they want to be making, tens of thousands of dollars a month. Other people, maybe you enjoy your job. You want to do something to supplement. And hey, what would an extra $200, $300, $400, $500, $1,000 a month do for you? For some people, it might be like, hey, I'm happy. I need a little extra money. What you guys doing looks like fun. And over the next year or so, I can put together a little team where I can have $500 a month, and that covers my rent. It doesn't matter how big you dream, how small you dream. To me, it does, meaning you should always dream big and think to the next level. But you know what? It's okay. Whatever your goal is, whatever your plan is, whatever your why is, if that's what works to get you out of bed every day, motivated, out there taking actions and changing your life and doing better and feeling good, then you're a success no matter what it is you're dreaming towards or moving towards. As long as you have something that you're moving towards and a reason to get excited about it. So
I think the number one thing, kind of a point to drive this whole thing home here, is that, you know what? You are the most important thing on this planet when it comes to you. Okay. And you have to put yourself number one over and above everything. And I'm sorry, including, you know, your family. I mean, I'll even go so far as to say potentially, you know, equal to God, because I mean, without you, what do you have? You have nothing. Okay. Now, if you want God to be your number one thing, your guiding thing, that's fine. I totally get that. I'm cool with that. But everything else, other than that, it's got to be all about you, because you can't be happy or make anyone else happy if you're not happy first. And that's what you got to do first. And so you got to know what it is that makes that for you, and then you have to go out there and figure out how to make it happen. So network marketing is obviously a great way to do that, because it gives you the opportunity to get started at an affordable level. It gives you an opportunity to do something where 98% of all of the hassles of running a business are already done for you. And if you are in the right organization with the right upline and the right product and service that you can be passionate about, and you're building your organization the right way, it gives you the opportunity to build that financial freedom. That gives you the opportunity to do all those things that we just talked about. So you want to close this out, John?
You know what? There's really nothing more to say. Find a why. Think about what the reason is why you want to change your life, and if you're planning on making millions of dollars, well, what are you planning on making millions of dollars to do, right? So with that, I ask, oh universe, not for more riches, but for more wisdom with which to make better use of the riches that have been given to me at birth, consisting in the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever ends I may desire. So with that, go out there, make it a great, climax to your session. For those of you who don't follow Paul and I, you probably have no idea what the hell that means, but I don't have a week ending. I have an ultimate climactic, epic
celebration,
closing of another session. So with that, we'll see you all here on New Op Day, which is Monday.
No, it's not. It's New Op Day. Bye, everybody.